right, you guys, I know that it's 1,000,001 Detroit Lions YouTubers, and I just want to say for the record, Raw Detroit is a channel where we talk prospects. We also talk ways that the Lions can get better. If we see any glaring holes or anything like that, we're going to cover those things. But one thing that I want to talk about is the running back position. With the running back position, yes, I know how it looks right now. We got Swift, we got Jamal Williams, who's currently on his last year of his 2-year deal with the Lions. And then you have Craig Reynolds, and also they brought on Justin Jackson as well. And definitely, man, there's a lot of things that can happen. Now, the biggest thing with this running back situation in Detroit is having a healthy DeAndre Swift. Now, as a Lions fan, ever since Swift has been a part of this team, he just can't stay on the field. He's injured a lot. And, it happens, man. It's the game of football. Running backs do take a bruising, and they get a lot of nicks and bumps throughout the season and stuff like that. And I understand that. But I just want to put out there as a disclaimer, I know some of you guys are going to be saying, hey, we need defense. I understand that. I understand that the Lions do need defense. I understand that our GM, Brad Holmes, made a decision to bring in some injured players who can't perform for us right now. We're still waiting on Levi, and we're still waiting on Josh Pascal to be able to give us a push up the middle. I understand all of that. But where I'm coming from is I want to talk about running back Zach Charbonnet, who's definitely going to be a running back that will be coming into the league next season. And I definitely think that this kid can be an RB1, and he could be a possible replacement for DeAndre Swift. Now, am I coming at Swift in a way to disrespect him? No, because I love Swift. I love his game. I love everything that he brings to his explosion, his ability to catch out of the backfield, and things of that nature. Swift is definitely the most explosive player on this team, and with the ball in his hand, he's able to do a lot of great things. But the thing on Swift is he a true number one running back, or is he a scat back? Is he a guy that you bring in on third down situations, or you bring in on different type of packages and stuff like that? Because if you look at it right now, the track record doesn't look good with him. He continues to stay hurt, and that kind of is hurting the Lions. They need that guy to be out there and be explosive and stuff like that. I know we got Jamal Williams. I don't look at Jamal Williams as a home run threat or a guy that's going to break 70 yards or 60 yards like a Swift and be able to take it to the house. I look at him as more of a bruiser running back, a guy that gets the hard yards, and a guy that you can put in goal line situations. Now with Craig Reynolds, I look at Craig Reynolds as a guy that could possibly do it all. He could possibly be the number one running back only if he was allowed to get more touches and things of that nature. I definitely think that he would be able to be effective in that way. But right now, Craig Reynolds, he's probably not going to get as much touches as Swift or even a Jamal Williams. But right now, with Swift being hurt, I'm definitely wanting to see Craig Reynolds get more touches and see what he can do with that football as well. Because I definitely think that if Craig Reynolds really had the opportunity, I think that he could be possibly a 1,000-yard running back. But I want to talk about Zach Charbonnet because he's definitely a prospect that's coming out in 2023. He's a running back, and I think that this guy has the size, everything that you want in a running back. He's about 6'1", 6'2", 6'2"-ish, about 222 pounds. And he is a big running back, man. He's able to hit the home run threat. He's able to take a bulk of carries. Now, interesting about Zach Charbonnet is that he played for the University of Michigan. And I know if you're a Michigan fan, you know who he is. When he came in as a true freshman. He was able to play, and he rushed over in 2019. He rushed for 726 yards with 11 touchdowns. But I don't know what happened in his sophomore season where he eventually only had like 19 carries. And that just, I don't know what happened, if he just fell out of rotation or what was going on, but he only had one touchdown. So the kid eventually ends up transferring over to UCLA. And I think he made a really, really good move for himself because he's a California kid anyway. So basically he takes his talents and he goes back to UCLA and goes back home. And his family is definitely able to probably come to the games and check him out and see him and things of that nature. Now, last season, Charbonnet rushed over 1,000 yards. He had 1,137 yards rushing on the ground with 13 touchdowns. And then this year, currently, he's at, they played last night and they upset Washington. That's kind of crazy, but UCLA is 5-0 right now. They beat Washington. Washington was ranked 15th in the nation, and they were able to beat those guys last night. And Zach Charbonnet had 124 yards rushing in that game. So shout out to him. I think he had like 22 carries in that game for 124 yards, and I think he had 1 touchdown as well. So currently, I had him at 293 yards so far on the season, but with them playing last night, now he's at 417. So basically, he's on pace for another 1,000-yard season at UCLA. So great decision for Zach Charbonnet to go back home and be able to play in front of his home crowd, and definitely in front of his family and friends and stuff like that, and making the most of the opportunity. But I definitely think that he's a running back that I would keep my eyes on if I am the Detroit Lions, because they need a durable running back. I think that that's the whole key situation with the Detroit Lions, is being able to have a running back that can be successful for you and a guy that can be durable. We need that guy. We know that the NFL is a little bit different now. A lot of teams are doing a run by committee. There's not too many teams that just have one running back out there doing his thing like times of old. But now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like you got like Nick Chubb sharing responsibilities with Kareem Hunt. And then you got Ezekiel Elliott now sharing responsibilities with Tony Pollard. So you got all type of different situations with the running backs now. So it's not like it's looked at like it used to be, the running backs, because some of these guys used to be bell cows, man. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely think that Zach Charbonnet is a guy that could be a bell cow. I definitely think he's a guy that can handle a bulk of work because he's been able to do it. And I just think that the Lions ultimately, they need to keep their options open and think about possibly drafting another running back. I know that we need defense. I know that we need to get a defensive tackle. We still don't know. The jury and the verdict is out on what Josh Pascal is going to be and what Levi is going to be. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we need to make a decision. Eventually, are we going to extend DeAndre Swift, or are we going to let him walk? So are we going to let him walk, or are we going to give him that contract extension? But to me, because he can't stay on the field, I don't want to just give him away. But maybe I can just bring in another running back, another rookie running back that would come in and help the cause and things of that nature. So it's going to be a tough decision for the Lions, because I don't think that the Lions really want to let go or release DeAndre Swift unless they're getting something good for him, unless they might be getting a key starting linebacker or something like that. Other than that, I can't really see the Lions really letting him go. But at the same time, they may have to let him go because of they need to get a running back that can be more durable, a guy that can block, a guy that can catch, and a guy that can run that football. And I definitely think that Zach Charbonnet is definitely a guy that you can put out there that would be able to run the football. Because at the end of the day, that's what the Detroit Lions truly need. They need a running back that can be durable. They need a guy that can pass, catch out of the backfield, a guy that can block, and they need a guy that can run that football. And I think Zach Charbonnet is one of those guys that's coming into the draft this season that would be able to help them. He's a powerful runner. He's able to hit the home run. There's nothing that this kid can't do. He can do it all. And I love those type of running backs. I love the Adrian Peterson size running backs that can come into the league and do some damage, man. So definitely, man, this is a kid that you definitely want to keep your eyes on this season. Zach Charbonnet. I'm not saying that the Lions are going to draft him, but I'm just saying that the Lions may need to have some more options if DeAndre Swift can't stay healthy. All right, you guys, I'm out of here.